Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you're all okay. Give me just a minute to figure out why it's not picking up The Sims. Okay. What are you doing? What? I swear. Anyway, how are you all doing today? I hope you're all okay. I'm trying to get this sorted, but you know, technology. We all love technology, right? So I hope you had a good afternoon, a good lunchtime, or a good breakfast, what morning, whatever time it is, or wherever you're at. Um, and I will do my best to try to get this fixed. For some reason, the game is like, Melda's like, yeah, no, Muir, I'm not gonna show The Sims. Forget you. There we go. Now it's working. Now it's working. Fantastic. Let me drop that there. Okay, now that we got that fixed. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful afternoon or morning, as the case may be. For those of you who are just joining in, first I need to say, because we're going to be delving into The Sims 4 and taking a look at, well, not really taking a look, but you're probably going to see some of the Royalty and Legacy DLC stuff, as well as stuff from the two new kits that are coming out soon as well. So I do need to say that this stream has been sponsored by, or by The Sims, and it's not I mean, I didn't get paid. I'm not getting paid for doing this stream. The Sims team have not paid me for showing the new kits, or the upcoming kits or the upcoming DLC. They just gave me keys to the stuff, okay? As part of the Sims Creator Network. So now that that's gotten out of the way, I don't like doing these disclosures, but I have to. But yeah, so today we are doing, afternoon work with me live stream, doing work with me live stream with Pomodoro. So we got the Pomodoro thing down there on the lower left corner. And basically what we do is we have 20 minutes of focus time and 15 minutes of break time. And during that break time, you can do whatever you want to do, whether it's working, reading, chores, petting your dog or your cat, practicing archery. It's completely up to you. Hello, Opting. How are you? Afternoon live stream. You guys should have to come back when the afternoon is here. It is always afternoon somewhere, Opting. Right now, it is afternoon where I'm at, but how you doing? Glad as always to see ya. Have you had a good morning so far? So yeah, we've got we'll be doing the 20 minutes of focus. For me, the 20 minutes of focus is working on a build in The Sims 4 while we have some fun, and while everyone else works, I'm going to be making this build. And I'm making this build as part of this stream. So in the future, the house that I'm building, or building that I'm building in The Sims 4, in the future will be, the background will be autonomously playing in the background of the live stream. And the idea is that subs, if you subscribe to me on Twitch, or you become a paid member of the £5 tier or above, that your sim, if you have one and you wish for me to put it in, your sim will be put into the household, and your sim gets to study alongside, or do creative things alongside my sim autonomously in the background while we're all getting work done. So that's the idea. Opting, you're well. Looks like you're at the end of the cold. Minus 27 Celsius last night, but you should be back to single digits later in the week. Wow, what are you going to do with that really super warm weather, Opting? It's currently, hold on, I gotta check. It is currently 8 degrees. It's currently 8 degrees Celsius where I'm at. We're getting into spring over here. Like, springtime double digits nearly. Although saying that, this weekend it's supposed to drop back down to -2. So when I say we're getting into spring, I mean we're getting into the teasing part of late winter, where spring is like, "Hi, I'm here," or "Am I? I'm here. Maybe not." Opting 8. Be sure to stay hydrated and put on my sunscreen. Yeah, winters here just they're not anywhere near the winters that I had in the Midwest United States or that you get in Canada. Definitely not. I mean, for me, cold is -2. I mean, I'm absolutely freezing at -2, and I'm like, oh my god, this is way too cold. How can anyone handle this cold weather? It's too much for me. But yet, at the same time, when I lived in the States, it got down below freezing for most of the winter, and it's. And it was normal, and I was used to it. Now that I've lived over here for a couple of decades, I don't think I'd survive. I really don't. But it's fine. So also during our break times, so I was saying that we're gonna do focus times, where you all do whatever, and I work on my Sims build. And during our break times, 15 minutes at the end of each 20-minute focus session. And during that 15 minutes, that's when you do whatever you need to do: toilet, get a drink, pet your cat or your dog or whatever animals that you have at home. Um, you know, Chat with me. And we're also going to be, speaking of chatting, we're going to be talking about the latest Sims 4 news, which, since our last live stream last Wednesday, there's been quite a bit. So we're going to get through that. So for those of you watching the VOD, you might want to go forward 25 minutes from now. if you're here specifically for the Sims 4 news. So Opting, what have you been up to? With this cold weather, how is your wife's icicle bed coming on? I saw that image. That was so good. I absolutely love that. She getting a nice crop of icicles this year. I bit the inside of my lip last night, and it's really sore today. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. It'll be fine. It'll heal. Opting Icicle Garden is coming along splendidly, and with the slightly warmer weather, it ought to expand even more. I love it. You're sure Paul will diagnose me with dying? Probably. Most likely. Paul's not very happy with me, though, because I made him tidy his room last night. The horror. The absolute horror. Yeah, he's not very, very happy. I know, right? Fascist. Yeah, I'm like, hey, Paul, the electrician is coming around sometime during this week to do one last look over the house to make sure that no one is, make sure that he hasn't forgotten anything and that we haven't forgotten anything. And he also wants to tell us where all the furniture needs to be moved to so that it's all out of the way of them working. So he's going to come over at some point during this week. And I told Paul last night, I'm like, you've got a lot of junk blocking the outlets that are that's currently on the walls. So you need to get rid of all of that stuff, Paul. You need to box it up. So I handed him 2 boxes, and I'm like, get to it. And he's just like, had a miniature meltdown. He's like, yeah, tidy room. I'm like, yeah, you got to keep the room tidy for the electrician. You can't have anything, in front of those outlets, because he won't rewire your bedroom. You know, he won't give you brand new outlets if he can't get to the existing ones. And Paul's just like, electrician gonna demolish my room. And I'm like, no, Paul, the electrician's not gonna demolish your room. And he's like, have to throw away all my stuff. I'm like, no, Paul, you're not gonna have to throw away all your stuff. So yeah, he wasn't very happy with me last night, because I made him tidy, made him pack 2 boxes of stuff. I mean, you can barely walk in his room. It's just covered in his toys. So I'm just like, yeah, mate, you gotta do something with this room. Opting, do I remember the Simpsons episode where Maggie goes to daycare and Homer picks her up? It's all just babies blinking and sucking on their. Yes, I remember that. That was a good episode. I liked that episode. You envision that when the electrician walks in, just plushies everywhere and Furby slowly staring, judging. No, Paul is going to box up his Furbies. So he's got a specific Furby box that he calls his Furby bed. And it is a cardboard box that is decorated saying Furby bed on it, and it's decorated in a bunch of drawings. And on the bottom, he's got 2 towels, and then he puts all of his Furbies on top of that, and then he's got another towel that he uses to cover them up with. So he's gonna put all of his Furbies to bed, um, on the morning that the electrician is gonna be here, or the night before. Actually, he's gonna put them all to bed, and they're going to either go on top of his bed, covered up, with his blanket, or they'll go under his bed, depending on what the electrician says would be best to do. So, I will have to warn the electrician, just don't look in that box, because 10 Furbies all looking up, with lidded eyes. Definitely nightmare material. So anyway, it is that time, my friends. Opting, this is the trauma box. It makes trauma. Yeah, basically. Okay, my friends, we are going into our first 20-minute focus session. At the end of the 20 minutes, we will look at the latest Sims news. Like I said, there's a lot to go through, so let's get this 20-minute focus session started so that we can get to the news a little bit faster. As always, my microphone is going to be muted during this focus session so that we can all get our heads down and get stuff done. And there we go. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Hello, Shariah. How are you doing today? Glad to see you. How is everyone getting along? So, just because Shariah came in, and I'm assuming that other people came in are probably a little bit confused. Basically, daytime streams are um work with me streams. Sorry, my brain. They're work with me streams. So we have 20 minutes of focus time where we get some work done, and my microphone is muted during that time. And then we've got 15 minutes of break time where we chat about Sims news and whatever else we can that we want to talk about. But how are you doing, Shariah? Welcome in. Glad as always to see you. You don't think you've learned the life skill of focusing? That's okay. Me neither. It's perfectly fine. who who needs to focus? Am I right? Not me. Nope. Definitely 100% not me. So speaking of focusing, because I'm not gonna focus. I don't need focus. I'm gonna turn on our music there in the background, and I think we should get started on the news. All right, there is a lot of news about The Sims 4 that has dropped since last week. Specifically, let's see, on the 5th of February, there's a new in-game legacy. Sorry, a new in-game event happening in The Sims 4. So if you like your in-game events, they are gameplay related. You got quests that you do, and when you do the quest, you get experience points, and then you unlock the items that are available in the quest or in the event. So far, it's been a pretty fun event. I did the first week last night, I think it was. But yeah, it's you basically get a little bit of lore behind the three main royalty families that's in the upcoming DLC, the royalty and legacy DLC, that is. And it's very, very interesting. The only thing that I'm a bit disappointed in is the new collection are their keys. And there's absolutely no flavor text connected to the keys, which I would think personally that there would be flavor text, lore attached to them, but for some reason they there's nothing. There is absolutely nothing, and that is the only disappointing thing that I have found so far in in the event. But they do put lore throughout. You do learn more and more about the three families by doing the quests. I just wish that they had put some lore attached to the keys as well, so that you'd have that reminder of the lore as you play through the event. Shariah, maybe some text over the stream screen explaining might help. That's a good point. Yeah, I can definitely work on doing that. That sounds like a thing that I could do after the I finish this build, because this build that I'm working on in The Sims is specifically for our future Work With Me live streams. And basically, it's the idea is that during focus time and during the live streams, my sim self will be in this house doing studying, working on the doing PC work, reading books, just living their life in the background autonomously while we all focus, get work done, and have chats. So I'm currently working on a house that's got a huge, giant living / working area that has like basically everything that the sim needs in one room, with little side rooms for a bedroom. There's gonna be a bedroom, a couple of bathrooms, and a kitchen, just so that when my sim gets hungry or tired, they can go off and sleep. The idea, though, is for everyone who is subbed to me here on Twitch with the tier 1 sub, or over on YouTube for the tier 2 paid membership, that I will put all of you's sim selves in the house as well. Um, and add you all to the household so that you can come in and basically everyone will be working with working together with my sim, as well as you while you all show up to the live streams, which I think is a neat little thing. Shiraya, it could have a countdown clock so people coming in could. Oh yeah, there is. It's right there on the left corner. Literally right here. Blind you. It is a little bit small. Do you think it would be better if I embiggened it? Because I can totally embiggen it and make it just a little bit larger. And it's also a bit see-through, so I can also make it so that it's not see-through. There we go. How does that look? Is that better? So now it's more pronounced. Jeeves, embiggen is such a fantastic word. It's one of my favorite words. I love the word embiggen, and I don't know why. I just do. So yeah, the Sims team have also said that there are 2 new kits coming on the 26th of February. They're the Wonderful Playroom Kit and the Yard Charm Kit by mod creator Ravishing. And I am really looking forward to seeing that Yard Charm Kit by Ravishing because Ravishing's stuff is so good. So really looking forward to seeing those 2 kits coming up at the end of the month. However, saying that, are you all tired of kits? Because we're getting the Royalty and Legacy DLC, and that comes out with at the same time we get 2 kits coming out with that, and then not even 2 weeks later we're getting 2 more kits. It's just too much. It's way too much in my opinion, but I can't control how often kits are created, unfortunately. Shiraya, it's easier to see. Aw, awesome. And no worries, no worries. Jeeves, everyone is tired of kits. Yeah, yeah. Same. I don't mind the creator kits. I don't mind those because, like I said, those are made either in collaboration with another Sims YouTuber who, collaborates with the Sims team and says, they basically say, I want these items with these designs, and the Sims team will make them. Or they're more often than not lately been made by actual custom content creators. And I love those kits. But I do wish that they would make less kits. Just in general, just please make less kits, save them up, and instead of releasing 3 non-custom content creator kits, or creator, instead of releasing 3 non-creator kits in a month, put all of them together, make those 3 kits, those 2 or 3 kits related, and turn them, instead of kits, turn them into a stuff pack. I would not mind that. 1 stuff pack and 1 creator kit per month, that's fine. That is the same amount of material, the same amount of content, but less at the same time. Not as many things to buy, if that makes sense. Just repackage it, turn them into stuff packs, please. I'm begging you, absolutely begging. Okay, so yeah, we've got that and the new kits and everything. I'm trying to find where the new kits, because I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they announced them. Hold on. What is it? The... 'cause I know they Wonderful Playroom Kit. Here we are. I knew it was in the forums, or I knew I saw it the other day. So the Wonderland Playroom and Charred Yarn kits are coming, like I said, the February 26th. The Wonderland Playroom, I have to admit, I know I just said I don't want more kits, but this Wonderland Playroom kit looks freaking awesome. It is literally Alice in Wonderland, and it looks so cool. And then this is an example of Ravishing's Yard Charm kit. And I love the wall hangings and the new mailbox that kind of looks like mini libraries, you know, those free book libraries that you get at least here in the UK, that we've got some in our neighborhood, and I absolutely love them. So yeah, this is really cool. I can get behind it. Although another hot tub, I'm not sure we need, but the rest of the stuff seems pretty cool that I've seen. Jeebs, it is a missed opportunity. Wonderland would make such lovely over-the-top bonkers game world. Yeah, exactly. Just take this kit, turn it into a stuff pack or a larger piece of DLC, and give us a proper Wonderland, you know, gaming world, you know, or in-world game or in-game world. You know what I mean? That has all of that. Partner with Disney to to bring Disney's Alice in Wonderland into The Sims. They've done a Disney collaboration before, so why not make another one, you know? I could get behind that. I wouldn't mind that because it would be neat and different and just other, you know? Jeeves, it doesn't even need to be Disney. Yeah, they could, because Disney took things from, you know, Lewis Carroll, so they could get in contact with Lewis Carroll's estate and work it out to partner with them, or just make, you know, if I don't know if is Alice in Wonderland is that free use now? Public domain. Jeez, Alice in Wonderland is public domain now. Oh, nice. So yeah. So they could totally make it their own and just make a new world that's completely mad and, like I said, over the top as you said, over the top bonkers. That would be so cool. But I mean, I like these items, you know? I mean, that lamp is awesome. The keyhole bookshelves, this is just so well done from the looks of it. I cannot wait to get my hands on them, to be honest. Jeebs, seriously? Alice in Wonderland was published in 1865? That is mad. I had no idea that it was released that long ago. Wow. That's amazing. That is seriously just wow. So, yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this event trailer that The Sims have released. Oh, you're not gonna let me play it? Really? Really? Can I download it and play it? Let's see if the game lets me There we go. Oh my god, that's loud. Hold on, let me turn that down. There we go. Okay, anyway, let's watch this trailer. Okay, that's pretty interesting. That was still really loud, but that's a pretty interesting trailer. Like I said, the event has started, and it is really good. By the way, I am enjoying the new royal event. So I did a thing though, Jeeves. It's back to work. Shariah, the lady you're supposed to talk with, is not returning your calls. It's so annoying. You can't get in touch with your internship that's coming up. That is annoying. I hope you can get in touch with them again. And yes, we are. Thanks for letting me know, Jeeves. It is indeed work time. So yeah, we'll get the timer going, and we'll continue with more Sims news after our work session. Next up, we're going to be talking about the hotfix that they have released or are getting ready to release for The Sims 4. But yeah, Shariah, I really hope that you're able to take care of that and find get in contact with your internship lady, because that's annoying. Shariah, tomorrow you're trying the common number for the place, otherwise you have to talk to the organizer in your school. Hopefully, fingers crossed for you, Shariah. I hope you can get in touch with them soon, because yeah, you kind of, if you need to talk with them, you need to talk with them, right? Right, 20 minutes on the clock. I'm muting the microphone now, and I will see you all in 20. Ooh, wow. 20 minutes goes by so fast. But we have finished um our second words, our second focus time of the day. I can't words. It's fine. You all know me. Jeeb's break time. It is indeed a break time in Shariah. Um, they asked you before they made the switch about the switching your internship. It'll just be different things that you focus on while you're there. Okay, that's good. As long as they're not saying, "Oh, this internship you wanted to do, we're gonna switch it, and it's gonna be nothing at all like what you were wanting to do," or as long as it's not something like that, then that's good. So for those of you who why can I not talk today? For those of you who have just joined in, welcome in. Uh, I'll explain a little bit more of exactly what we're doing. So this is a Sims 4 centric work with me stream. So we do 20 minutes of work, which for me this week is going to be 20 minutes of working on this build here in The Sims 4, which will be where my sim and hopefully your Sims, if you are subscribed to me on Twitch or have a tier 2 paid membership over on YouTube, where we all can virtually hang out where our Sims can virtually hang out during our daytime streams. We're getting there with this, though. We've got the inside almost done. There's a few things that I would like to do, which, to be honest, is going to be. I'm thinking of making, a little sunken area here and there just to vary the floor. So, if I do that and sink that in once, and then maybe make a couple of other little platforms that are higher or lower depending, but we'll get to that during our next focus time. I'm just taking a look at this and I'm like, this is really flat and boring. I put in these walls here to kind of separate areas, but it's still very just big and square, pardon me, and needs a little bit of a variance, but we will get there eventually. We will eventually get there. So that's it. So yeah, let's talk about the words. Let's talk about words today, my friends. No, let's talk about Sims 4 news. So, as I mentioned last time, we were talking about the current limited in-game event that's going on, which is, pretty awesome. I'm enjoying it. There are a few little things that I don't like about it, but it's fine. Opting, are those words here, or do we get to talk about them behind? No, the words are never here, Opting, and we always talk about the words behind their back. It's perfectly fine. Absolutely fine. So the Sims team did post about an upcoming fix that is coming out. So when the previous update, happened last week, just a few days ago, February 3rd. So this is a bug. Any lot created before the February 3rd patch that had stairs with railings no longer have them after updating, which is a really weird bug, but it's not super surprising considering that the base game update came with a huge update to stairs and stair railings. So it's not really a huge surprise that bugs were introduced with those two new features. But the As you can see here, the status says that it's an upcoming fix and will hopefully be taken care of very, very soon. We can only hope. And hopefully, the fix for it actually works, which would be really, really good. So if we go into the Discord, you can see here that they do mention it, and it says we're wrapping up final testing on a retroactive fix for the missing railing issue. If everything checks out, it should ship in a small update on the 12th of February, and we'll confirm once it's locked in. So that's awesome. Keep an eye out for that update coming up, and hopefully it will fix that no railings bug. Then that's pretty much it for news. The Sims have also announced, the Sims teams have announced that on the 13th of February, there's a special live stream on twitch.tv/Twitch Rivals. And they're going to be playing, a bunch of Simmers are going to be playing Sims 4, doing the royalty, in the royalty and legacy DLC. And Trixie Mattel is also going to make an appearance and is going to play the game. And how many people here know who Trixie Mattel is? Is there anyone who does not know who Trixie Mattel is? Trixie Mattel, just in case, I'll let you know, she is a drag queen. She's a pretty big Sims fan. She has done collaborations with The Sims 4 in the past. She's made special appearances in videos and gameplay trailers and all sorts. So, really excited to see her making another appearance surrounding The Sims 4. Opting, you're learning. Yay! We all like learning. And then there's another thing that the Sims have announced, and that's on the 9th of February, which is today at 4:30. They're going in for another live developer Q&A session over in their Discord. They've got 3 producers, Azure, Natalie, and Zinnia, and they're going to be answering all of y'all's questions about Andarians, lore, townies, and world building from 4:30 UK time until 5:30 UK time, which is seriously awesome. So if you have any questions about the upcoming DLC, feel free, specifically the lore, the townies, and world building, feel free to jump over in the Sims official Discord and ask away. I will, of course, we'll be taking a look at the Q&A tomorrow during tomorrow's morning stream, so that you all, we can catch up and talk about what was asked and what was answered. Jeeves, words? No words. We don't like words. Words are horrible. Hey, how's it going? Glad to see you here, numbnuts. I'm doing just fine, thank you. Definitely glad to see you back. New Twitch account, yes. I'm glad that you got your old, maybe not the numbnuts name back, but you got your Mr. Mouse Nuts name in at least, which is good to see. I love how you got a Z there instead of an S. That's awesome. Opting, this is the problem with Wisebot being off for these streams. Exclamation numbnuts is an excellent redeem. This is very true. And I believe I'm not sure if it's actually there. Is it? I can't remember, but it's fine. I need to fix it. Yeah, oh yeah, it's exclamation nuts. I do need to fix that so that there we go. I do need to fix that so so that you can redeem that again, numbnuts. I will put that on my to-do list because right now it's set literally to your old account. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely fix that as soon as I can. Um, you know, it's just too much to do, too much to do, and not enough time to do it in. I swear. Yeah, and scared the living souls out of everyone. I mean, have you heard Augie's channel entrance alert? I had to turn it down because it kept blasting my eardrums. But it's perfectly fine, I'm sure. I do need a little bit of music. I find it weird that there's silence in the background, you know. But yep, that is pretty much it from the Sims team. We do have the Friday highlights from the February 6th, though, to talk about. So this is EA Cath, one of the Sims community managers. And so let's see. It says, check out what's new on Tuesday. A new base game update went out. And we talked about that last week, as well as the Lost Legacies event, which we talked about earlier today. The Sims 26th birthday or anniversary was on Wednesday. That is the overall Sims franchise has been around for 26 years now. I feel old. Numbnuts, you're en route south at the moment, so you can only pop in for a short time. No worries. Please stay safe. Have a wonderful trip, though, and I hope that you don't run into any horrible weather. I'm looking outside. It's not very horrible right now. It's just very cloudy. So the worst thing is we're old enough to remember it. Yeah, that is very true, Jeeves. That is definitely true. Often, every time you hear Augies, you block it from your memory so that you can sleep at night. So every time it's as if you're hearing it for the first time. Feels like the first time. It feels like sorry. And Mousy says hi. Hi, Mousy. The weather has been sun, rain, snow, and back to sun. Welcome to the UK. Get it sorted, please. What, the weather? Unfortunately, I cannot sort the weather. I do not have a weather machine like they do in The Sims 4. It would be nice if if that existed, but yeah. Yeah, the weather. I mean, it's not bad here today, although it is supposed to rain later on tonight, so not looking forward to it. So we've got some highlights that the community manager of the Sims 4 team have said. And this is just, there's been a beloved series on the Sims forums forever. It's the Whitaker saga by Simmer Jeslet 40. And it's been following the Whitaker family and its legacy for nearly a in-game century of storylines with drama and new characters. It is an actual, if you like Sims Machinima or Sims based, stories, it is a really good story. So check it out over on the forums. Frog OMG has made a Sims organization sheet, which helps you. It's a spreadsheet that helps you keep up with your Sims and households. So you can keep tabs of each individual Sim and add any useful information such as status, Sim type, location, relationship status, and more, which is awesome. Frosty Siren Fox has a vampire castle located in Forgotten Hollow sitting over a plasma lake, which is pretty awesome. Just going through the rest of this real quick because there's only 2 more things, and then we'll jump into our final focus session of the day. We've got Shelly has a Shelly E1 over on the forums has got a Planet pre-made monthly challenge where each month the goal is to do a makeover of a randomly selected pre-made household by upgrading their homes and creating special rooms that fit their personality. And Emma Vane has a Q&A thread and is answering any questions that you might have before the pack before you make a decision to purchase it or not. So there you go. Lots of very interesting things going on, and of course I will be we'll be going over the official Q&A tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. See you later, numbnuts. Thank you so much for dropping in. Like I said, I hope you and Mousy have a wonderful trip. Please do stay safe and watch out for, you know, those pesky taxi drivers. You gotta be careful of those. Jeeves R. Time for plunder. Ooh. Are you doing Elite Dangerous stuff, Jeeves? Anyway, let's get that final focus done, shall we? I think we should. Boop. Jeeves, but also pirate. R. Me hearties. And all that wonderful stuff. Upton, you'll be quiet for 20 minutes, but you refuse to focus. Okay, no worries. No worries. I gotcha. All right, let's get this done. For those of you who are new and just dropping in, I will put my microphone on mute now, and we will catch up in 19 minutes. And we're done with our work for this afternoon. Okay, I'm getting there. I knew that this was going to take more than 1 day to do, but we are getting there. We've got some, some nice trees over here, which actually I think I'm going to move a few of these like over here a little bit more. There we go. Maybe that there. Okay. So yeah, we got some trees in the back. We got a nice pond now with a fountain and a fishing spot. We've got a nice fenced in back garden patio. I've got some lighting on even. We'll put some lighting on in the house tomorrow. We've got a nice ornate path going to the front of the house. Lots of flowers on the house. We're getting there. We are indeed getting there. Update, would we say that we're halfway there? Whoa. Live it. Sorry. Totally blame you, Opting. Totally blame you for that. But yeah, we're getting there. Our work with me house is very, very closely. All we gotta do, I think tomorrow, I'll work on the inside. We're gonna gonna finish the lighting outside, and then I'll work inside. That's annoying. Let me fix that. There we go. So yeah, there's a few things that need fixing, but we'll get there. We will get there. And hopefully by next Monday, this will be done, and we can start with this being in the background of our live streams. With my sim self here, just doing what he does best, which is, wasting time. Absolutely 100% wasting time. I'm looking forward to it personally. I don't know about you all, but I'm looking forward to getting this done. And yeah, I am concentrating on the 2 new kits, using the 2 new kits, the Tea Time Solarium and the Royalty and Legacy kit. I'm also using the Garden to Table kit, which was the one that came out before the Tea Time Solarium. So yeah. Cannot wait. It's gonna be so much fun. All right, my friends. We got a few minutes. So what all are you going to be doing for the rest of today? Anything fun, anything exciting? Well, let me know, please. Let me live vicariously through you, because you know, gotta live vicariously through all of you. Personally, I've got that Q&A session that I want to take part in. At least, I want to follow along with it so I can take notes and stuff for tomorrow. That's happening at 4:30. And then we've got tonight. Today's Monday, so I've got tea to fix tonight. I think I'm not sure what I'm fixing, but I know I'm fixing something. I think I'm mixing some kind of beef stew for tea tonight. So I've got that to do. This evening, I don't really have any plans other than just chilling, relaxing, playing some b-ball outside the school and all that. Update, you think you're going to try to get more work done on the back part of the outbuilding? You need to run some electrical and put some foam up. Ooh, good luck with it. Hopefully, try to stay safe with all that snow and cold weather that you're getting over there. Fingers crossed for you that the snow and ice doesn't hamper your efforts much. Honestly, I don't know how you can get outdoor stuff done, considering how cold it is over there. I'd just be like, hard no. It's all inside, so no problems. Okay, that's good. So it's the inside of the back part of the outbuilding, not the outside of the back part of the outbuilding. Got ya. At least you won't have to deal with however many inches of snow. How much snow do you have now, by the way? Because on that photo that you shared in the Discord, it looked to be pretty deep. Like, I would guesstimate about 6 to 8 inches. Just a guesstimation. Oh, whoa. I don't want to close that. It's fine. I said just a guesstimation. I have got to get rid of like a lot. I need to tidy up my desktop. This is ridiculous. I mean, all of these. I mean, I don't even play Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria anymore. So that doesn't need to be on my desktop. At Planet Crafter, I haven't played Planet Crafter in geez, at least a year. So that doesn't need to go on my desktop. Yeah. I need to tidy things up. Updating about 8 inches on the ground is a pretty good guess. Hold on. What are you going to go out and measure it? Are you going to measure your the snow? I mean, to be honest, if I had snow, I would probably go outside and measure it as well, just because I'm weird like that. I have drank about somewhere between 300 and 400 milliliters of water today. I'm proud of myself. I've also had Pepsi and coffee. So, Opting, you popped outside with a ruler. Most places are around 10 inches. Wow. I don't think that in Missouri, I don't remember it ever getting that much snow and ice. I think the worst that I can remember is about 8 inches. And it was literally like layered snow and ice. So like we would get like 2 inches, we got like 2 inches of snow, and then during overnight, and then during the day, it would slightly melt. And at night, the temperatures would go way below freezing again, and so it would ice over. All the partially melted snow would ice over, and then we'd get like 2 or 3 inches on top of that. And it did that for a couple of 2 or 3 days. And by the time it was finished, we had about 8 inches of about 6 inches of ice and about 2 inches of snow over the top of it. It was such treacherous footing. Oh my gosh. I slid. I decided, because we were out of school because of the snow, and I decided one day that I was going to go to the park, which was a big mistake. And I went outside and I literally slid from the driveway, because we lived in a trailer park, and the driveway leading up to where our trailer was on an incline. So I slid on my rear end and ended up sliding down the driveway. I'd say about 3/4 of the way down the driveway towards the road before I was able to, before I slowed down enough to be able to stop myself. Uh, that was treacherous. Treacherous? That was very treacherous and not at all fun. So opting, it's more than you usually get. At least that it sticks at least, yeah, more than that sticks around. Not without precedent, but you are far enough south that you don't get this every year. That is good. I mean, I can imagine like farther up north gets a lot more snow, and it's, yeah, I can absolutely imagine that. I read a book a while back. It was a series. I haven't finished the series because I don't think the author has written the final book of the series yet. I think it's due out like later this year, maybe. I can't remember. And I can't remember the name of the series either, so don't ask. Um, but it's basically about this place up in the Yukon, this little settlement out in the Yukon that is full of it was originally made for people who like needed to escape from, dangerous situations, and they would basically move these people up to this little settlement up in the Yukon. And the book is like talking about the winters, and they're like, oh, like 18 inches of snow. And I'm like, you know, definitely no. I don't think I can handle that. Opting where your wife is from, knee high snow and -30s is something that's going to happen at some point each winter. Oof. Definitely not my, no. There is no way I could survive that, not with my blood circulation. My blood circulation is so bad that, yeah. Ooh. 100%. No, sorry, I'm yawning in your ears. I don't mean to. But yeah, that's just not good. Not good at all. So, my friends, it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon here. We are going to wrap it up. Let's find someone real quick to raid. Let's see who all is online right now. That's a good question. I have no idea. We've got Dragonspun is playing Minecraft. Shall we go and give our raid to Dragonspun? Who says, I woke up and wanted to play Minecraft. So, that's a good reason to play Minecraft. If you wake up and you want to play Minecraft, why not? So, yeah, they are indeed online. And it looks like they're having drowned problems. So let's give our raid to them. Where is my thing? Raid. There we are. Look for Dragon Spun. And of course, my friends. Opting, if I don't have anyone, Churney Adventures is co-working. Oh, cool. But we'll take a look at them tomorrow if they're online. Minecraft is good too. A couple of Minecraft streamers, but that's only on Thursday, Friday from 8 p.m. GMT. Gee, I wonder who that could be. Anyway, my friends, please take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated, stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. UK time to noon, and then again from 2 until 4 with our Work With Me streams. Gonna be doing more Sims 4 building during our focus, and chatting about the Q&A that is happening in about half an hour over on Sims official Discord. But until tomorrow, please stay safe, please stay hydrated, and let's give Dragonspun an awesome coffee raid. Bye.